All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to World of Work Wednesday. We've got Mr. Perry Wilks down in the auto body shop this morning at Epcot. So, Mr. Wilks, we'll go ahead and turn it over to you.
Well, first off, I want to say thank you for giving us a chance to obviously showcase our programs, especially since we're not able to bring students in this year and give a proper tour. But this is an awesome way, to kind of show you what we do. My name is Perry Wilks. This is collision repair. The first thing, what is collision repair? Collision repair is taking a vehicle that's had an accident or it needs restoration and trying to restore that to pre-accident condition. So I have a lot of questions from new students about, what is collision repair? We're handling the body work, on the vehicle. You can get ASE certified in this shop, ICAR platinum certification, all that's available. But
on those certifications,
like a demo, of a small dent repair.
Right.
Just to kind of give you an idea, really quick, we're going to try to cram a lot into 15 minutes.
Sure.
But we're going to give you a quick demo on just the small dent repair process. So,
okay. Hey, Perry, before you do that,
yes.
Can you go into a little more detail on those certifications you mentioned and like what that allows those students that get those certifications to do?
Absolutely. Your certifications, I tell every student, that's really to get your foot in the door in a shop. So you can get a certification that really is going to let your future employer know that you understand the skills, the skills. But quite honestly, that gets your foot in the door. So you've got to perform after that. It's really when it comes down to it, it's just really a piece of paper that gets your foot in the door. You got to get in the shop. You got to show up. You got to do the things that it takes to keep that job and show your employer that you have the skills and you're going to be dedicated to do the work.
Absolutely. So if somebody gets those certifications, they get their foot in the door. The big question we always get is, how much money is everybody? So,
On national average is right around 51 starting out. In the state of Alabama, it's going to be mid 40s. But I tell all my students, that's just in a collision shop. I've got students that are working for dealerships. I've got a student that's working for Alpha Insurance. So the automotive industry, it branches out so far that you can take this in any direction you want to and make as much as you want to.
Okay, good deal.
All right, we'll go ahead and we'll do a little demo, on what the small dent repair process is like, just to give you a visual idea. Instead of listening to me talking the whole time, we're going to actually show you what's going on. So,
good deal.
the first thing, and we've got this hood laid out just to kind of show you, the steps that we take to repair the dent. You can obviously see the dent right there. The next step is we're going to strip that finish down to bare metal. And y'all here, if you want to, y'all here is going to take our vacuum sander, our dual action sander, and go ahead and just feather that out just a little bit more. Our next step, we're going to put body filler in that dent. All right. We're actually going to do this once we get the finish stripped down to bare metal. We're going to use the stud gun. So John's going to put a few studs over there. All right. So that's going to weld the stud on. And now John's going to get the slide hammer. He's going to anchor down to that stud. You don't have to pull it hard. You can just kind of pull it out. And that's going to pop that dent out. All right. Now the next step, we would actually put the body filler. A lot of people know it as Bondo, but we'll put the body filler in. Y'all hear, you can hit that a little bit. So now we've smoothed that body filler out. You can come around here, Ms. Clark. So once we get that body filler smooth, our next step is the priming process. And we've actually got Zach set up right here. Zach, you can go ahead and go. He's going to prime that fender, just kind of show you that next step.
And while he's doing that, teachers everywhere, again, if your kids have any questions, go ahead and be typing those in as we go.
We'll let Zach finish that out. I'll take you back over here. So Zach just finished the priming stage, and that's where we're at on this section of the hood. The black powder is called a guide coat. We'll put that guide coat on there, and then once we start sanding on it, y'all here, you go ahead and start blocking. John, turn that vacuum on so it'll. There you go. All our sanders we're hooked up to a vacuum system, which makes it, the job a lot cleaner. There's not a ton of dust flying up in your face. That's good. You flip it off, John. All right, so the next step, this is basically what it's going to look like right before it gets painted. So we do our finished prep work on that, and then we would move on to the paint stage. I'm going to let Adrian show you our plastic welder. We'll kind of move on to that stage. Most of your vehicles, 100% of your vehicles nowadays has plastic pieces on it. So we actually have a nitrogen plastic welder that we can do repairs with. Basically, you take the rod and you'll melt that in. You'll melt that rod in with the plastic. We've just got some lines, cut out so we can do a demonstration.
Right.
But this is top of the line plastic repair right here.
All right, that's awesome. We had one question come in. I think Ms. Clark's typed the answer in the chat box, but I just wanted to touch on it real quick because I know there's questions on it. There was a question about if your courses are available for dual enrollment, and Ms. Clark said not at the moment. So
yes, yeah, we since Northeast they do not have a collision program, so we are not set up to do any dual enrollment.
Okay. Another question just came in, said, how hot does the plastic welder get?
It actually gets, I don't know a certain temperature, but it gets hot enough, obviously, to melt those plastics in with the welding rod. So I would say a few hundred degrees, obviously, to get those to melt in together.
Okay.
All right. One last thing, I want to have Zach. The final stage, obviously, of the paint job is actually spraying the paint on. So we're going to pan back over here. And Zach's going to throw a coat of base coat on that fender that he just primed. pan back over here. Obviously, we would normally, be in the paint booth,
Right.
but our Wi-Fi signal it won't reach that far, so we're having to just kind of spray out here in the open. The last process, when we base coat, clear coat, the vehicle or whatever we're painting, we're going to cut and buff that thing and make it really, really kind of have your showroom finish. And that's the last step.
That'll be good. That looks great.
So that would be our final step right there. I just want to take you through that. We crammed a lot into a short amount. There's obviously a lot of details that you have to go through to get from the dent to the finished product.
Right.
But I just wanted to kind of give you a quick visual on what some of some of that involves, because I have a lot of students that come in and have absolutely no idea, what's involved with removing a dent or fixing any kind of body damage. So
I mean, that's honestly, I'm 37 years old, and that's the first time I've ever watched the whole process happen. Have one more question. Have one more question come in. One student's wanting to know roughly how long does the restoration process take from start to finish?
Okay. So in a body shop where you have, a 40, 50-hour work week, you can take, for example, if you want to pan over right there, Ms. Clark, we've got a 66 Mustang that we're working on now. If this was in a normal, restoration shop, that would take months, working 40, 50 hours a week. With us, we're really trying to hammer down on it, but it's going to take us at least the rest of this semester, if not on into the next school year.
Okay. All right. Another question about, do you have any female students taking the course at this time?
What did you say?
Female students taking the course?
Yes. Yeah, we do. I have, on average, in a normal year, I'll have anywhere from 45 to 50 students throughout the year. And at least, on average, about 6 to 8, female students per year. And they're usually the most patient. They're usually my best workers as far as, taking the time to understand, the whole process and to have the patience to actually, to do the work.
Right.
No offense, guys. Sorry.
All right. Any other questions floating around out there? There was one more. One student asked about having to be out of school to do this. I told them, you can start going to tech school in 10th grade. How do you have? Is your program a 3-year program, or how
It is
set up?
Yeah, you can, and actually within your first year, if you come in as a 10th grader, you can complete. If you really get on it, you can complete most all your certifications within 1 year, and have the next 2 years just to do shop work.
Okay, and while you're doing shop work, while you got those certifications, if you want to go work somewhere part-time after school or anything like that, you can be doing that too, right?
Yes, I try to have as many connections as possible, to help these students to get their foot in the door at a body shop locally, or it could be a parts store. It could be, like I said, the automotive industry. There's so much involved with it. There's so many ways you can go with it that you can do a lot of different things.
Okay. Well, good deal. Well, thank you, Mr. Wilks. We appreciate it. Thank you to all your help in there today. You guys did a great job. Fantastic job, I thought, on the demonstration, and it's good to see everybody this morning.
Thank y'all very much for having us.
All right. Y'all have a good day.
You too.